twilight descends on the quiet rural village, where fireflies begin to flicker in the dimming light. Lola Iska, an elderly woman, sits with her grandchild near a window, watching the dusk settle. The wind whispers through the banana trees, casting long shadows and creating an eerie stillness. The village breathes quietly as night embraces the land, filled with untold stories. In the dimly lit hut, Lola Iska sits by the window, shadows playing around her and her grandchild. Lola Iska gazes towards the dark forest, a deep dread shadowing her aged features. "People think the ASWANG were born monsters," she says, her voice low and heavy with untold stories. She continues, "But that is only the ending, not the beginning," hinting at a tragic past. The child looks up, curiosity sparkling in innocent eyes. "Then what were they before?" "Let me tell you a story," Lola Iska said. "In a forest clearing long ago, famine grips the land, and a young healer, Amara, kneels beside a dying child. Her face reflects the barrenness around her, etched with desperation as she confronts the child's fading life. A flashback reveals the villager's suffering, a stark reminder of the healer's heavy burden. Amara's touch is gentle but firm, a desperate plea against the encroaching darkness of the dying world. In a hushed forest clearing, Amara stands small against the towering trees, their shadows dancing around her. Light filters weakly through the canopy, illuminating her face, a canvas of hope and fear. The air stills, holding its breath as Amara's voice trembles, breaking the silence. "If the spirits exist, answer me," she pleads, her words carried away by the silent woods. An unseen presence stirs, the forest waiting with bated breath for an answer to her desperate call. Amara stands resolute in the village center, surrounded by gaunt villagers, their faces mirroring a desperate hunger. The villagers huddle together, a congregation of the desperate seeking solace from their shared plight. A villager cries out, their voice hoarse with despair, "We heal the sick, yet we starve." Amara's eyes reflect the villager's pain, a silent vow forming to find a solution. The sun beats down on the parched earth as Amara prepares to take action to save her people. The desolate village center is swept by a bitter wind, carrying the scent of decay. Despair hangs heavy in the air. Amara stands before the spirit voice, her face a canvas of worry, her resolve flickering like a fragile flame. The spirit voice echoes, resonating with chilling authority. "Then take what life wastes. The dying, the forgotten." Amara's voice trembles as she asks the haunting question. "And the price?" Silence descends, broken only by the mournful howl of the wind, a pregnant pause filled with unspoken dread. The unseen price looms over Amara, a dark shadow against the fading light of hope. In the village center, Amara's gaze is fixed on the dying child, her heart weighed down by a profound dread. She sweeps her gaze across the faces of her fellow villagers, each etched with desperation and silent pleas. A sorrowful understanding dawns upon her as she realizes the terrible choice laid bare before her. A haunting echo resonates within her. "Your hunger will never end." Her eyes reflect the weight of the impending decision, a silent scream trapped within her soul. The fate of the village hangs heavy, a burden she must carry alone into the encroaching darkness. Under the cloak of night, a horrifying transformation unfolds among the villagers, shadows dancing with unnatural intent. Eyes gleam with an eerie, moonlit reflection as humanity twists into something wicked. A chorus of fear rises as the villagers' forms contort, their humanity fading into monstrous silhouettes. I can hear heartbeats. Far away, a villager whispers, a chilling awareness spreading among them. The forest watches, ancient trees bearing witness to the villagers' descent into darkness. Moonlight casts long, distorted shadows, painting a terrifying tableau of transformation and dread. In the dappled sunlight of the forest, Amara examines her transformed hands, flexing her fingers, testing the limits of her new form. Shadows dance across her altered features as the enormity of her transformation dawns on her. A furrow creases her brow as realization hits, the weight of her choice pressing down. "We asked to survive," she whispers, her voice echoing in the silent woods. "But we were not told what we'd become." Night's darkness blankets the rural village, a silent sentinel over slumbering homes. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and unseen mysteries. Deep within the tree line, a subtle disturbance stirs, a whisper of movement, barely visible. A shape emerges from the shadows, its purpose unknown. The village remains oblivious, its peace unknowingly threatened by the figure in the trees. In the dim village hut, a child's anxiety is a palpable thing, a knot tightening with each breath. Lola Iska's face, etched with time, holds a gaze both tender and firm as she speaks. They are a warning. Dust motes swirl in the solitary sunbeam, illuminating the child's fearful question. "So the ASWANG are evil?" The child's innocent fear hangs heavy as she asks, "Of what?" Her eyes seek answers in Lola Iska's knowing gaze. A lone oil lamp casts eerie shadows across the village hut's mud walls, the scent of damp earth heavy in the air. Lola Iska's voice echoes in the flickering light. Of what happens when hunger is stronger than mercy? A sudden, fierce gust of wind howls outside, rattling the hut's fragile door in a desperate plea. The flame sputters, succumbing to the invading draft. Darkness swallows the room. The hut is plunged into absolute darkness. The winds howl, the only sound. Deep in the forest, darkness reigns. The final scene unfolds under the watchful eyes of unseen creatures. Glowing eyes emerge from the shadows, piercing the night with an eerie, silent intensity. No attack comes, only observation. As the eyes linger, burning bright against the backdrop of ancient trees, the forest holds its breath. Rustling leaves whispering secrets only the wind can understand. A distant howl echoes through the trees, a haunting melody carried on the night air. Slowly, the glowing eyes fade back into the impenetrable black, leaving only the chilling sound of the wild. A rapid montage reveals the villagers' descent, their humanity slipping away as they stalk the weak in the shadows. Each quick cut shows their transformation into a swang, preying on the vulnerable, their eyes gleaming with newfound hunger. Intercut with the villagers' dark acts, Amara's anguished face reflects her escalating regret and horror. Her eyes mirror the fading light of humanity as the village succumbs to its monstrous transformation. Golden sunlight illuminates the village, but a palpable dread hangs in the air as villagers clutch their stomachs in fear and confusion. Lola Iska trembles, her eyes darting towards a nearby child. She clenches her fists, knuckles bone, white, and turns away, retching. A man frantically barricades himself inside his home, stuffing rags into cracks as hunger claws its way out. The hunger, an insatiable beast, consumes them one by one, twisting their faces into masks of desperation. Lola Iska's eyes glow with a predatory light as she stalks towards the child, her humanity fading into darkness. The man tears away the barricade, a guttural growl escaping his lips as the village descends into a terrifying nightmare. The forest at night. Dark silhouettes of trees sway gently in the wind, their branches like skeletal arms reaching into the night. The wind whispers secrets through the trees, carrying a hint of the unknown, the rustling leaves creating an unsettling sound. The darkness deepens, obscuring the path ahead, as Lola Iska's voice echoes through the night. Monsters are not born, they are made, one choice at a time, Lola Iska warns, her words hanging heavy in the silent air.